everyone, and welcome back to Death Stranding 2. This is episode 10. Last time, we got all of our Mexico locations to 5 stars. We took the DHV Magellan, and off we went fast traveling, which was amazing that we could travel through the car torrents. The car torrents! The tar currents, wow. To a previous location, and now we're chilling. We're back in Australia, and we're going to talk to Dollman because he's got some exclamation marks, and then we're going to be heading back out and doing the main order that we've been asked to do.
Nothing like a warm shower after a hard day's labor. Am I right, Sam?
Don't we just absolutely love talking to Dollman with the exclamation mark, and he's just like, how good are showers, dude?
You're a kind man, willing to pay so much attention to a doll like me.
Okay.
You're a kind man, willing to pay so much attention to a doll like me.
Now say it again. Something that we are going to do is, we rested in the private room, and Dollman said, play my favorite song! And he sat there and he had a bit of a, he enjoyed it. It's been requested, it has been stated, play the song on the actual Magellan instead. It was Horizon Dreamer, wasn't it?
Do you have a moment, Sam?
Okay, so I've played the music. Just a quick moment. Oh my god. Where am I in this area?
元に散らばる言葉拾い集めて今日も日が暮れる
10 out of 10. Holy shit. That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I was absolutely speechless. Do you have a moment, Sam? I'd like to perform the choreography for this song. I think one of the main things that I just want to even acknowledge from that sequence was the motion capture and animation is astounding. When you actually like look at the motion of the clothing and the hair, and it's like you're watching a live action performance shrunk down. Like the graphical performance of the Decima engine, it's probably the best realistic graphics I've ever seen with the Decima engine. Like, I mentioned it earlier in the playthrough that people are like using Norman Reedus's face in video games to track the evolution of like motion capture. He's like perfectly represented here. That sequence, I was just like looking at the clothing and how it moved and the motion capture of that. And it was just absolutely insane. That was special. Seeing that like as like a full performance, you could like change the lighting throughout the whole thing. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? That's special.
Do you have a moment, Sam?
Okay. So it's like you can get him to do the performance. I think there may have been a flash there for a moment of Dollman's human form as well, ever so briefly. That song also is super entertaining to listen to. It's like, especially with a dance number, that was a fucking awesome song. I love that. Okay, so starting the episode off right with a dance number. Let's have some chiral tea to start to increase that stamina. Spicy. There's no more drinking copious amounts of energy drinks. No more drinking beers, maybe? I know that we had in the first game the whole sort of Timefall brewed beer. I don't know if we're going to have something like that in this game. Are you going to have Sam just do ridiculous things like shake up the can and open it and shoot it at your face? Doesn't do those silly things anymore. You know, he's depressed. But delivering packages, it keeps us busy. You know, it keeps us busy. Okay, we're now going to head on out. We'll leave. Taking a look at the map here, we can interact with the storeroom again.
Sam, it's Charlie. As I told you before, access to that room is restricted due to ongoing renovations and chiral contamination. Stay away.
Okay. So he brings it up again. How interesting is that? So we can keep asking. I reckon every time we come here, we should just keep bugging Charlie about it. Time for us to go to the surface. We'll proceed with the main order and get the rest of the episode actually happening now. Oh, man. No connecting to our BB pod here. Okay, restoring the monorail and delivering special alloys to F1.
All right, Sam. You'll need to work through several steps to complete this order. To begin with, collect the cache of materials waiting for you on the DHB Magellan. Take these to the mine north of F1. The location has been marked for you on your map. And when you arrive there, submit the materials using the terminal on site. This will allow you to restore the facility to working order. Next, access the terminal again to commence mining operations. If all goes well, a large quantity of materials should be extracted. You'll then need to deliver those materials to West Fort Knot. Consider making use of the monorail located at the mine to make life easier. Upon your arrival at F1, use the delivery terminal to submit all the materials for processing and to finally complete the order. That's all there is to it. So begin plotting your route to the mine north of F1.
I'm excited to see this monorail in action. Warning, Causeway K, a shallow beach where scattered sandbars form a path. Porters have reported being attacked by groups of chiral creatures in this area. I say we check that out. So let's go through here to the point of interest, which is chiral soil. It's rich in chiralium, and the underground tar currents sit close to the surface. And there we go.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
On this occasion, you'll be delivering some heavy materials. You can use a tri-cruiser to transport them. Alternatively, floating carriers can now be fabricated. These carriers are ideal for taking heavy cargo across terrain ill-suited to vehicles. If that sounds good to you, try fabricating one and loading the materials onto it. And when you're not using the carrier for cargo, you can hop aboard and kick the ground and use it as a makeshift skateboard. Just remember that floating carriers require chiral crystals to function, so keep a supply on hand.
All right, well, we've got our floating carrier, so that's fine. That's exactly what we'll be using. We'll have to do the skateboard moment at some point. All right, that's on the carrier. Let's fabricate ourselves some equipment, because the Mexico adventure, that was a big thing for us. We got some good upgrades. We need to restock what we're actually working with here, because we don't really have anything on us at the moment. I think we've got some stuff in a private locker, but we're basically starting from fresh. So get ourselves a PCC, a ladder. I would like I don't know if we're going to have any, I don't know if we're expecting anything out here, but I'm going to go for a silent, I'm really keen to get silenced tranquilizer sniper rifle, but we'll get the handgun and we'll get the sniper rifle. Big fan of those. And I think we're good. We have a couple of new patches, of course, from all of the 5-star things, so I can kind of add them around here. Some more chiral critters. Off we go. Okay. Opted to go for an actual floating carrier instead of the bike.
Onto the chiral network. Perhaps they thought they could make use of the additional data to make a safe run. You want to go and say hello?
They do not steal cargo or engage in reckless behavior. Be nice to your fellow porters when you encounter them on the road. He's given me some materials. You want to give me a classic record as well? I'll deliver those records for you. Hand over the records, porters. Let me finish this delivery. We're right outside. Alright, let me give a like to, you give a like to both of the local porters. There you go. Can I ride in these vehicles or no? I just approach these and say I'd like to ride one. No, they're locked down.
Sam, that vehicle appears to be locked up tight. You won't be able to take it for a drive.
Vehicles belonging to facilities cannot be used. How unfortunate. Alright, off we go. We'll take a walk through this way. Yeah, I think a walking adventure is what we should be pursuing today. Done a lot of driving. We'll take a nice little floating carrier with Dolmen and see what happens. Then apparently we'll be able to ride the monorail back. I think something that's interesting about Death Stranding 2 is that there's elements that I really want to see that just... It isn't in the experience of the game. You know, I want to go into the city. I'd love to be able to go into a lot of buildings. I think being able to, like, wander around the Magellan, like, I want to go to the crew. I want to go hang out with the crew on the bridge, you know, and just see what's going on. But it seems that it's probably reserved for cutscenes and story moments only. It would be cool if you were able to just walk around the Magellan and interact with the characters that way. You can head on over to the shower and you might see a character on the way.
Take care, Sam.
But it's a little different. The giant octopus was weird, was it? I recovered the wreckage of the mech that Higgs summoned and shared the data with Drawbridge. It's really weird. It's like it's not a machine at all. The tech it's using is totally new to me. What the hell is it? Looks like it's got tar inside. Is that what powers it? How is it controlled? So many mysteries. Here's hoping our combined efforts can unravel them. Yeah, I'm curious as to how Higgs was able to form this red techno cult of his. We can make deliveries thanks to you. Thanks, Sam. The chiral network has set up has been a massive help in finding safe delivery routes. We're also helping the paths. We're also using the paths you carved out and structures you built. You'll never know how grateful we are. You're welcome. And we can build out the roads from here. If I'd have known, I would have brought more materials on this carrier of mine. I'm barely carrying anything. But that's okay. Yep, that's my automated supply request for materials. Let's see how we go. Okay, so this is the direction that we're wanting to head in. Let's have a look and see if we encounter any chiral creatures. Potential gatequake. Okay.
God damn.
Oh shit. Oh, we're having like little tar eruptions.
Earthquake detected. Intensity. G-scale. 6.
That brought up a bunch of materials as well, didn't it? Oh God, Jesus. Okay. I think we've found the chiral creatures. And they're draining my battery. Okay. So gate quakes occur when the plate gate is used, correct? Every time someone is passing through, that's what we should be paying attention to, I think. Alright. Yeah, so those creatures, they get onto you real quick. Yeah. It's a good thing there's a generator here. Electric blast. Oh, it's taken such significant damage, you know, I've got to help out. See? Had to do it. I've gotten the floating carrier stuck on the generator. Oh, come on, mate. None of that. Oh, the ceramics, they're so far out there. I don't know about grabbing that. I was going to get it for the way home. Is it time to use my ladder? I think so. Someone's put their own ladder across there, so we'll use our ladder to cross here. There you go. This is why we brought a ladder, just in case. What are you doing here? Get over there. Okay. I thought I'd be able to... That's alright, I just wanted to be helpful. Alright. Turns out that this may be a totally useless ladder. Look at this really great ladder I've put here. There you go. Hope everyone likes my ladder. How good was that ladder that reached across the gap there? Jesus. They're gonna start implementing the dislike function because of me. Meanwhile, look at this ladder. Oh, yo.
This one's for you.
That's alright. Maybe I'll get one of those long ladders. Maybe I'll get one of those myself. One of these days. Liquefied natural gas. So I guess once we get the mine restored, we'll be able to go in here as well, maybe. Well, look at all these rainbows. Big old camera pull out there. It's wading through the heavy tar, mate. Hold on a second. We need 2,000 chiral crystals, so I just know that we're going to be giving up a lot, so it's worth it to collect a whole bunch. Ah, repairing the track layer for that. Okay. So we'll start there too. In we go to the mine first then. Repair this, then repair the monorail.
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Restore mining facility.
Well done, Sam. I've never seen a working monorail before. Think of all the stuff it could carry. All right then, why don't we extract some materials?
Oh. Yep. 4,800 special alloys. And then we'll ride the monorail. And then we'll take that on home. That's a lot of alloys.
Very good, Sam. Now all you have to do is load the extracted materials onto the monorail for transport. Let's begin by accessing that delivery terminal.
I do like that there's like a manual way to cargo manage sometimes. There's a very satisfying thing of like picking it up and then putting it on the carrier, which is kind of fun. Can't we could load all of this on as well. There you go. Yeah, we can load this and take this back to West Fort Knott with us. So I don't have to leave it here, do I? It's just all in the container. Cool. And then we get on. Any floating carriers currently in use will be detached. If you'd like to bring a floating carrier and its cargo with you on the monorail, either carry it in your hands or place it in the container. Ah, okay. So I have to actually load that on as well. There you go. Now we get on and dispatch. That's so cool. First-person monorail. And then we can also go photo mode monorail, where Dollman is the most animated you've ever seen him. Perfect. Can Sam change... No, he cannot even change expression. Dollman can. There you go. Dollman can change expression and pose. So can Dollman. There you go. He's having a great time. The camera is in an interesting spot here. Yeah, Sam, he's just chilling. Ride the monorail. There it is. All right, back on the road. Back on the road we go. Huh. I like being able to see the monorail going both ways. Where's that rooster noise coming from, huh? I wonder if we can get the monorail to be built and to expand further or not, because that would be awesome.
Cargo transported by the monorail has been placed in your private locker. The cargo can...
So now I can deliver my private locker stuff.
Did you actually manage to restore the monorail? Awesome! With it back up and running, you'll be able to transport materials from the mines. Right. Sorry. Let's take a look at these materials you brought. Would you look at all this? I think it's safe to say we'll have nothing to worry about for a while.
Nice. We can now craft the off-roader.
Found some of our missing stuff, did you? I thought this was gone for good. We've made some great strides in our research thanks to you. If it's alright, we'd like you to have this.
Multiple units can be equipped to further the maximum distance the vehicle can travel.
Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of materials you can withdraw.
Just wanted to let you know.
Now displaying your current portal grade.
Very nice. There's some good APAS enhancements there.
Oh, here's a little something extra as thanks. I got them just for you. Figured they'd suit your style. They sure weren't easy to come by. A real collector's item, I hear.
We got ourselves some shades. My Pinot 01. Released as part of the Gentle Monster 2024 collection. I love real-world collaborations. Now, give me my gravity gloves.
We really appreciate your help. At the risk of stating the obvious, it's going to take an awful lot of resources to restore the other roads and monorails to working order. But at least with this monorail operational, you can bring us large shipments of materials with relatively minimal effort. That's going to go a long way towards getting other sections up and running again. We can fabricate pickup off-roaders now, by the way. I'm pretty fond of them myself. It's a large four-wheel drive vehicle. Boasts significant cargo carrying capacity for the hard-working porter. The driver's seat is in an elevated position and exposed by design. This allows the driver to survey their surroundings more easily and engage enemies with small arms if necessary. You can customize it quite a bit too, attach all kinds of different parts as you like. That said, a lot of parts are still in development, but you'll receive their data as soon as it's ready. The schematics for this vehicle have already been shared with everyone on the chiral network, which means that we can look forward to other people drafting even more new parts.
What the hell's a pickup off-roader? I've never played Death Stranding 1, and neither has Norman Reedus. Sam's like, huh? What's that? What's that vehicle that I was driving in this very game?
Sure. The monorail network was extensive and once stretched across a good chunk of Australia's coastline. But repeated exposure to timefall has seen it degrade significantly. And with the constant threat of BTs and armed groups, it's not been possible to repair the damage. If you happen to come across a track layer, be sure to feed it any materials you can spare. Even a small contribution will make a difference. Anyway, just something to think about. We're so grateful for the assistance, Sam. You've been a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day.
You managed to save the day, Sam. The people here now have more than enough supplies for their needs. They should be able to prepare cargo for the next delivery too. But first, I have some information to share with you. About Lou. Return to the DHV Magellan so we can talk.
Order completed. Well done.
Nice. Alright, we're gonna get some information on Lou. What can you tell me about her, Fragile? The monorail. So we can repair it across more locations. When we have the materials, of course. Deliver mystery cargo from near the plate gate, mate. Oh, it's covered in a bit of tar. And deliver newly developed complete food samples. Alright, so we can take both. Because one's a delivery, we'll go to the musician first, and then we'll travel to the plate gate. I'll take the car. Let's fabricate ourselves a pickup off-roader. So we can do a battery unit. And we can change the decals. And we can change the color. Yes, I've always wanted to drive a bright green. Just a real ugly looking thing. Very nice. All right.
Floating carriers can be loaded with cargo.
I know. We'll make sure that's in our backpack. We'll take this where we need. And I will store these materials here. Now, in terms of APAS enhancements, we have unlocked extended like window. So, give more likes. Carrier handling boost. Carrier's maneuverability while we're riding it. They were originally intended for carrying cargo, but adjustments have been made to optimize the transportation of people. Maybe floating skateboard would be a better name. And we have improved floating carriers, the rate at which they consume chiral crystals as they move. So it's now more efficient. I'll grab it, and we'll head on out.
Vehicle ready. Please drive carefully. Order accepted. Thank you. Very impressive work, Sam.
We won't get our locations to 5 stars for a while. Mexico, that was a bit of a slog, you know, took a little while, so we're going to focus on the story for a bit. But we'll definitely be leveling up those carriers shortly. Already back from the musician, safely delivered his equipment, and now we're back with Olivia, of course, because we've hit 3 stars, because we had to deliver her a legendary album containing hit song, Death Stranding.
It feels as though we're always leaning on you for support. Please allow us to return the favor with this data.
Alright, we have a level 2 upgrade. More cargo is always a welcome upgrade.
Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of materials you can withdraw.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
We've increased the carrying capacity of your floating carriers. Needless to say, this improvement wouldn't have been possible without your contributions. Now, they still require a steady supply of chiral crystals to function, same as before, so don't forget to stock up beforehand. Hope this helps with your future deliveries.
Order completed. Well done.
Alright, no other orders to take on. The time fall out there is crazy, by the way. My poor truck. Now look, I said I wasn't pursuing 5 stars with the people and we were just gonna go with the main story, but then you get given some orders, you go to some locations, you pick up some cargo and you go, you know what, okay, I'll drive on the road, I'll hit the road and I'll deliver some packages. We'll get Old Oz to 5 stars, that's all good, no worries at all, let's do it.
Sam, you are the best of the best. And to show you how grateful we are, we want you to have this.
Thanks, mate. It's a hologram of Old Oz. Salty cryptobiote, mate.
Your allocation of materials has been increased.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Self-driving on the roads. Oh my god, no. You know that you are just going to run over animals when you're self-driving. No way.
Let me say again that we really appreciate you handling all our orders and such. We still have aspirations of rebuilding Australia one day. And watching you has reminded us how much a man can accomplish when he puts his mind to it. But no one does it alone. We're here to support you. If you ever need a place to rest, you're welcome to stay here. We're all looking forward to your next visit, Sam. Take care now.
Order completed. Well done.
Thank you very much, legend. And he's got orders, and I mean, this is how it goes. This is just how it goes. You deliver something to somewhere, they go, hey, we got something to deliver somewhere, and then we go, okay. Alright, and then I'll do it. Because then I get some more Legend of Legends points. And alright, I'll do it. And I won't, he's already 5 stars, but he's on the way. You know what I mean? He's on the way. He's just simply on the way. The number of objects from other worlds that can be shared within the chiral network we've unlocked. Self-driving, I couldn't think of anything worse. The auto aid request is painful because, like, honestly, I think it's kind of a pain in the butt. But to get to sharing boost, I have to go through those. Shocking. Gotta fabricate a level 2 floating carrier.
Carriers can be loaded.
You don't have to tell me, I know. And then there's my level 1. I think it's, I've loaded it on here somewhere. My other floating carrier, lost in the mail somewhere.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Alright, now we have to make the dreaded quick trip up to the Lone Commander's place because He has so many things. Oh, and would you look at that? There's stuff for the Lone Commander, which means I'm going to be making another incredible journey through BT-infested territory, probably to get stuff for the Lone Commander. Let me just grab this to start, because it's right here, you know, it's just a little bit out of the way. Let me just grab that. I'll grab that. Then I'll quickly check if there's anything else. That's okay. I don't need any of those. That lost cargo is for other porters out there in the wild. And we do have fragile cargo, so we will be careful. This is not my car. That is not my vehicle. Now, hopefully, after this little number, we'll make it to the Lone Commander. He'll probably have some orders for us. You know, but hopefully, we'll be back on our way to West Knot with our other deliveries. Because we've got to report to the Magellan. Let me just do a spot of off-roading here.
Gotta stretch my legs.
There's some yeast paste all the way over there. God, it's always just a little bit too out of the way, isn't it? God damn it. That's how they get you. We're taking the pathway around the BT-infested area because what that does is that allows us to avoid going in there and getting distracted by all of the cargo that is sure to be there. We're restricting ourselves. I think the cargo that we have should hopefully get the commander to level 5. That's what I'm hoping. That's what we're banking on right now. Now to see if it actually pays off, because then it's just the musician and West Knot together that'll need their upgrades. I'll grab that emergency medical kit for you, mate. No problem. Just let me sidestep a BT or two. And some headache pills, huh? You're feeling cheeky. Where's this other piece? Wait, it's on top of the... What the hell? What the... There's a delivery, it's on top of the timefall shelter. What? How am I supposed to get that? Anti-BT measures activate. God, that sound effect is terrifying.
This function must be recharged to resume operation. The maintained turret function is now recharging. Operation suspended until charging is complete.
Oh. Damaging cargo on my back. It's alright. It's not stuff it's fragile, but dude. See, this is where I need those gravity gloves. Why is that up there like that? That's horrible, because I can't get it. That's just miserable. Or let me get some special tools instead.
Gotta stretch my legs.
Alright, hopefully we've got all we need for old mate. What a lovely place to live. Here you are, sir. I hope you're impressed.
Out burning the midnight oil, are you? That, of all the things I never expected to
Are you fucking bloody joking me, mate? Oh my lord. That's crazy. Okay. You suck. Went all the way up here.
You know, it's all too easy to run into trouble in the dark out here.
Okay, mate. Maybe if I got that fragile piece of equipment, we'd be fine. We wouldn't, but that's okay. Oh, hang on. He does have orders. He does have orders. Oh, okay. This is recovering stuff for him. Alright. That's sure to give us some nice amount of likes. Alright, I'll do it, sir. Recover the timefall resistant tents lost in a BT area. So I guess we get it, and we bring it back to him. God damn, that vehicle's looking worse for wear. In that case, what I'll do is we'll probably end up getting in a little bit of trouble. So we will fabricate a machine gun. And we do have enough... We've got blood grenades, so we're fine. But we'll bring along the machine gun as well. Now, in terms of cargo management, I'll be popping these items into the off-roader. And we will not be taking them with us. We'll head on out. Alright. Let's set up the floating carrier. I have a harmonica. When the fuck did I get a harmonica? When did I get that? Sure. When did that happen? I don't know why these hats and this and that is all showing as new stuff. Apparently I got a harmonica.
Let's get a move on.
Okay, let's get ourselves The timefall resistant tent. 4 pieces of the stuff. And then maybe I'll get those headache pills as well.
Don't worry, you got this.
I'm a bit surprised that the weather seems to be pretty chill right now. Forget that I have to like pick it up manually if I want to load it onto the carrier, and then we drop it on there instead. The game is being kind. We're not being harassed by BTs. I'm like, we'll encounter some BTs, so let me just quickly
Well done, Sam. That's
let me just quickly make a machine gun and everything.
Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
So silly. We've over-prepared. We're like, the BTs were like, fuck. He's built a machine gun and he's probably going to murder us all. We'll take the day off. Alright, let's see if this gets us over the line. Please get me over the line.
It's good to see you, Sam. Give me a moment to review the orders in the system. Never thought I'd see a bloke carry this much. You, mate, are a reporter and a half. Where on earth did you find this? I would...
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
You've gone out of your way for us time and again. Consider this an expression of my gratitude. Take it.
Oh, the silenced version looks so good. That's a cool patch too.
I'm going to increase your material allocation, just so you know.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Can't tell you how grateful I am for your visits, coming out time and again just for me. I thought I'd grown accustomed to living on my own, and all of a sudden I found myself looking forward to your next delivery. You're a man of many talents, and I dare say you've already achieved more than I ever did. I look forward to seeing what great things you'll accomplish in the future. And if you ever happen to be passing through, feel free to stop here and rest your weary bones for a spell. You'll always be welcome, Sam. I mean it.
I'll be free to stop me weary bones and have a nice little rest. The good news is, he's 5 stars. which means I don't have to make this trek anymore. He's good. I will, however, fabricate myself a silenced sniper rifle. And off we go. Alright, so we're taking this equipment across to the musician and also Fort Knott. And then that'll be the part of the map that we focus on. But we are free.
Sam, you really are incredible. But you need a gift, not praise.
Lightweight shotgun and some music.
I went and raised the limit on the materials you can access here.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
Oh, right, Sam. I've got a lighter version of that shotgun I shared with you before. That's just my way of showing support. My friend assisted with the design. Once again, the power of connectivity has produced the goods. By the way, I've got another song for you. I know this one will speak to your soul. Have a listen when you can. And, this is near and dear to my heart, but just take it. It's a licky stick.
I got a licky stick. Just what I always wanted. Now available in my room. Okay, perfect. I'll do that after I have my meeting. I'll lick my stick.
I'll be waiting.
Ah, yes. Can't wait to lick my stick.
Well done.
Very good. So that was 4 stars with the musician. What are we gonna get at level 5 for my private room? Oh my god. Okay, the final journey awaits us after we do a 70-point turn. We go downhill, we go to West Fort Knott. Have we got any cargo for West Fort Knott on the way? Doesn't look like it so far. There's some. There's a vitals analyzer. Perfect. So we'll drop this off and finally get that meeting. It's about time.
Let's get a move on.
Alright, we're going to the bridge. Time to check in with the boss. I love the fucking hand thing. It's so good. Blowing away the smoke and everything.
Hey, Sam. How's it going? I have updates for you, if you have time.
I take it you've learned more about Lou?
We followed up on the message Deadman left for you at the lab. About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago. The first time you and Lou met was about 2 years ago now, when you were entrusted with the BB previously issued to Bridges Corp's disposal. And together, the two of you made it all the way across North America.
Deadman and everyone else at Bridges, they all called Lou BB-28.
Right. Because that was Lou's serial number. You see, we found the records for the BB storage facility. By cross-referencing the data, we confirmed that after BB-28 was decommissioned 4 years ago, Lou was assigned the same designation and placed into storage.
So what you're telling me is that instead of getting a new serial number, Lou inherited an old one?
As for Lou's mother, following the C-section, it seems she passed away. And that pretty much is the extent of our recent discoveries. Without a still mother to provide support, it makes sense that Lou was kept in reserve. But we still have no idea who approved the serial number reassignment, much less why they did it.
Higgs said there were things I didn't know. Maybe this is what he was talking about.
I think it could be.
I want to know everything about Lou.
You're playing his game, Sam. Chasing after the past is what Higgs wants you to do.
I need to know where Lou came from. I have to know.
If you're sure, Sam, I'll keep digging. In the meantime, you should get plenty of rest before your next mission.
I guess, like, out of the grieving and everything that's happened in regards to losing Lou, the pursuit of knowledge in regards to Lou's history would become an important factor. I mean, it's like, I think he doesn't have much else going on for him. It's just grief and deliver packages to get your mind off of it all. Corpus entry updated for Lou. We'll sleep till morning. I've woken up and it's night time. I'll go to bed some more. Nice. I like that we can see what time it is outside before you want
It's Charlie.
to wake up or not.
Now ready for you. I'd also like to brief you on your next destination. And I believe that Fragile wants to have a word as well. Visit the delivery terminal in West Fort Knott to take on the relevant main order.
Sam, it seems Tarman decided to leave a few books for you. Right there by your bed. Reading is a wonderful way to take your mind off things. Trust me.
Moby Dick. Moby Dick. We can actually read the book Ishmael. Oh my god, Frankenstein as well. We'll see, because I can already tell that there's going to be some probably weird allusion to the concept of Frankenstein with this story. I'm also very interested in the fact that Dead Man is kind of a Frankenstein, and Guillermo del Toro is doing the Frankenstein movie. So, like, I'm super hyped for that. We don't get to choose one, we just pick up one.
That's Tarman's son. He must have placed a photograph in here for safekeeping. This is an important memento. Why don't we go and take it to him?
I guess we'll do it now. Hey mate, I was reading Moby Dick. Found this photo of you and your son.
I found this picture in your book. Is this your son? Thank you. Yes. He's still out there somewhere, borne along on the currents, with this right hand of mine. It's due to my connection with said missing piece that I can read the movements of the tar. Something akin to a phantom pain. You want to hear the story?
Sure.
I was both a medical doctor and a geophysics researcher once upon a time. In those days, the tar currents were a key focus of mine. This ship was originally built to facilitate my studies, in fact. The deep tar hunting vessel Magellan, we named it. A ship perfectly suited to pursuing the creatures that thrive in the tar's depths. Another avenue of research, you might say. We called them chiral mammals, for lack of a better name. Seemed like the closest fit. Reckoned if we caught one, we could figure out all the mysteries. The tar, the tides, hell, maybe even the stranding.
Whoa, she's a big one.
Dip yourself in, son.
Tar's looking calm. I'll be fine, Pop. You seeing this? I think she's pregnant. Hey, Pop. This is weird.
Storm! And just like that, the tar took my boy, and my hand along with him. At first, I thought this little guy was my son reborn.
If I may ask a question, the hunters that attacked you after you caught the chiral mammal, are you sure they came from within the creature's womb?
Yes. That said, I'm not of the opinion that the hunters were its offspring.
Its womb merely served as a gateway to the other side.
Indeed. The tar and the beach are connected.
What a fascinating cutscene going into Tarman's son, who will not be named. He will just be named Tarman's son. But yeah, the womb serving as a gateway. For some reason, the sound, it keeps cutting in and out for the just like the ambience. I don't know why. All the sound effects are here except for the one where it's like we're on the ship. It like kept cutting in and out, so that was weird. Anyway, really cool cutscene, but yeah, I like the concept with the womb being obviously like with this gateway with bridge babies as well. It's all connected. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the sound cutting in and out. We'll have to leave and then come back.
I've known Tarman for quite a while now, but that was the first time I've heard him speak about his son in that fashion. It made me wish that I could do something, anything to ease his burden. But setting aside those feelings, suppose that cat of his is in fact his son reborn. Why does it treat me as though I'm a threat? Does it just hate me? Reincarnation or not, perhaps it's still a cat at heart.
It is interesting that it appeared immediately after. I was wondering if we'd get some form of origin for the cat or explanation, but it just appeared and then he's had it ever since. And then he's like finding like a meaning for its existence. Perhaps it is my son reborn. So reading the Moby Dick book, Ishmael and Ahab, triggering a cutscene that mentions the phrase, something akin to a phantom pain. Okay.
Good morning, Sam. Why don't you try freshening up with a shower? There are organisms in this area that I don't believe I've ever laid eyes on before. My understanding is that they're called chiral creatures, and they come in all shapes and sizes. Apparently, they will drain your batteries if you come into contact with them. There may be other deleterious effects for all we know. And really, you shouldn't be bothering them anyway. There's nothing to be gained from it. It's not like they drop coins when defeated.
Like Mario and Princess Peach. Okay. Can we examine more book? Same book.
Moby Dick, or The Whale, seems to be one of Tarman's favorite novels. As the name suggests, it's a story about a white sperm whale named Moby Dick. Captain Ahab, one of the main characters, uses a prosthetic leg made of whalebone to replace the one Moby Dick took long ago. He's obsessed with getting revenge against the whale, which he hates with a terrible passion, all while nursing the phantom pain of his lost leg. In the end, Ahab fails to exact vengeance on his foe and is dragged into the sea. His crew's only survivor is Ishmael, the book's narrator. He was rescued after clinging desperately to a coffin-shaped life buoy. That's right, a coffin was his savior. Ironic, isn't it? How you use a thing makes all the difference.
Higgs is pulled out of a red coffin. I wonder if there's a little bit of a connection there. All right, before I interact with anything else in this goddamn room, I'm going to leave and then come back in because the audio glitching there is really pisses me off. It's the only thing. All the dialogue's fine, everything else is fine. It's just the weird, like, just background noise. We're having another BB scene as well, so lock in.
The extraction was successful. It was transferred to a sterilized pod and sent to a separate facility.
Ready to proceed with corpse disposal? 1.
So are we to feel like that's Lou's mother? I feel like that might be the case. Could be like, hey, C-section baby, taken to a separate facility. Off it goes. Remember when I slept until morning? That's fine. Because it automatically sleeps. So I just wanted to return here so we could do some more stuff. Without the audio cutting out. Because we've got a licking stick too. What about books? A different book? A different book. Yay, Frankenstein.
On a dark night in May 1816, 3 men and 2 women found themselves confined to a villa on the shore of Lake Geneva. A catastrophic volcanic eruption had wrought havoc on the global climate, and the relentless rain hammered down outside. With little else to do, the occupants of the villa decided to compose ghost stories. And it was on this fateful night that a woman named Mary penned what would become Frankenstein. Mary, who was only 18 years of age, had already lived a tumultuous life. She was engaged in an affair with the poet Percy Bysshe Shelley at the time, whom she would later go on to marry. A dramatic retelling of these events was committed to film prior to the Death Stranding. Titled Mary Shelley, it stars Elle Fanning in the lead role. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Okay. We're getting a fourth wall breaky with the cast that's in the game and that as well. I like that Dolman's descriptions of the books are relating to pieces that also form this game. We got some other books in there. Oh, we're pulling out Moby Dick again.
The Pequod is the ship in which Ahab pursues Moby Dick on his quest for vengeance. His crew includes Dutchmen, Frenchmen, Spaniards, Portuguese, Icelanders, as well as shipmates from China and India. Countless other people of myriad origins, too. It is arguably symbolic of the multiracial United States. A gathering of souls that transcends ethnic and national divisions, united in pursuit of a singular goal. I can't help but be reminded of Kojima Productions. Wait, judging by your reaction, you've never heard of Kojima Productions? Sam, you can't be serious.
Oh my god. Kojima Productions being within his own games has been a thing before. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember... What was it? Because it's like Miller doing the Kojima Kamenades or something like that. One of those things. Kojima is God. And then the Kojima Productions Searchlight things in Ground Zeroes. So you can read the same book and get different information. Shout out to my boy Pequod. And we're getting fourth wall references to things because why not? This is classic Kojima silliness.
The gathering of storytellers that spawned Mary Shelley's Frankenstein gave rise to yet another legendary creature of horror fiction. I speak, of course, of the vampire. A physician named Polidori was also in attendance that evening, and he later unveiled his creation in a new novel. As I may have mentioned before, the summer of that year was unusually cold. In Europe alone, 200,000 people are said to have perished as a result. Could it be that a widespread fear that the world might be coming to an end served as inspiration for 2 classic monsters? I find it a compelling theory.
Not City Classics is so funny to look at. I am not sure how much dialogue will be tied to these books, but we'll see what happens as we read others later. I've got the licky stick there. It doesn't seem like I can go over there and interact with it, though. We do have a post on the SSS about it, however. What's a Naburi stick? It's a special gift I give to listeners of my radio show. It's also known as a licky stick. Not sure how to use it? Don't worry. It's not meant to be used. Rather, it's something that you hold on to for safekeeping. You know, as a reminder of the connection between us. You're not actually licking the stick. Being able to feel safe now is awesome. Thanks, Sam. The monorail's back in business. My dreams come true. We can use the monorail to transport huge quantities of cargo and materials, even vehicles. This is just the first step, though. If we keep restoring the continent's transport network, people and goods will soon be zipping around again, just like they used to. We haven't even gotten to the zip lines yet. To restore the monorail track, just contribute the necessary materials to the track layers. Once you've restored a section of the track, you can use it as a zip line to zoom from one track layer to another. So they're kind of mixed together. Interesting. Zipping around is a good way to transport the materials to track layers down the line. It's also a good way of getting around when you're making regular deliveries. The monorail can be used to transport raw materials from the mine, right? That's going to make restoring the road a whole lot easier. Nice. It's almost like the stranding never happened. That porter's giving this continent a new lease on life. Well done. And the lone commander, he says, nothing. He says, I don't give a fuck. Awesome. Okay.
Feeling well rested after... Sam, all this relaxation.
No worries. Okay. I think we're good. So we have a new order that we can pick up. You just have to get to West Knot. Let me see. We got fancy pants sunglasses. I'm going to go back to my black camo. Time to go to the surface.
Sam, your next destination is the Northern Environmental Observatory. Like its western counterpart, this observatory is a critical facility that will help us to monitor the changes taking place in the Australian environment. To bring it online, you'll have to navigate the canyon to the northeast of your current position. But before that, you'll need to link up another site en route.
Sam, the next site we want you to link up is called Rainbow Valley. A friend of Drawbridge is waiting for you there. Once the network connection has been established, they'll be joining us on the DHV Magellan. I recruited them myself when we first met in the UCA. You can pick up the order from the delivery terminal. I'm looking forward to seeing you both. Thanks again, Sam.
Do we assume that that is going to be Hartman? I would assume that that's going to be Hartman. Deliver all terraforming equipment to the Rainbow Valley. A Drawbridge member has been conducting research there and is due to join the crew of the Magellan. Because when we went to go pick the Hartman voice with Charlie, we were told, no, you'll be joining up with him shortly. So it might be him. I'm just concerned about the fact that Hartman, like, if he's away from his facility, he's still having to go through all of his problems and then also using that time probably to search for his family still. Let's take the terraforming equipment in the bloody car. And off we go.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Before we drive, we shall quickly check the corpus because we were given updates. So, Lou, 4 years ago, a bridge baby marked BB-28 was incinerated. However, shortly afterwards, Sam was given a unit with the same number. It's just crazy that BB-28, Lou, she was just given to us as a random baby from that guy. It's like, oh, quick, take the baby. You know, it was nothing special about this baby has been assigned to you specifically, Sam. So I think it's going to be quite interesting that we're unraveling a mystery of, like, who is Lou? We'll see. It emerges that Lou, which Igor had taken out of storage prior to the mission, had inherited the serial number BB-28 from another bridge baby. And it is already also revealed that Lou's stillmother had already died. Stillmothers are brain-dead women whose unborn children are used as bridge babies. They are kept alive by life support systems at Bridges HQ and retain a mysterious connection to their children even after they are removed from them. This connection, supported by BB pods designed to simulate the conditions of the womb, allow BBs to connect to the beach and detect the presence of BTs. Because this is what was taking place. Like, we were seeing those particular scenes with Cliff in his memory flashes in the first game. Okay, so let's take a look at our map here. So, Rainbow Valley, actually not too far away. And then the Northern Observatory, what do you reckon? That looks like it could be there. Through this Rainbow Valley. Honey lollipops for Rainbow Valley over here.
Let's get a move on.
I like that the monorail is just in use. So fun to see that it's not just only in use if you engage with it. Gonna deliver a bunch of stuff to Rainbow Valley with a bang.
Okay.
Gotta make a good first impression. Here's what you asked for, plus a whole bunch extra. That was to be expected, to the surprise of no one. Why you gotta be watching my equipment like that, mate? Well, hello there. Not my chiral decontamination filters. The sound design used with these types of BTs is just fucking amazing. Another successful extraction. Alright. Let's get out of there. Let's not accidentally crash into a thing getting too excited about liking a bridge now, shall we? Okay, so the next part of our road is there. What do I have that's all the way over here? Oh, fuck. I forgot about the, I forgot about the plate gate order that I have. God damn it. That was the one order that I'd forgotten to do. I took up the plate gate order, and I've abandoned it. Horrible. We'll have to go back for it. But it does not like driving on this.
Just a bit further now.
Glen Rain. Okay, maybe not Hartman after all.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is
Hold on a minute. Are you Sam? And does this mean the drawbridge has finally come to the valley? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you could make it. It's an honor to welcome you here.
Glen Rain.
Just a bit of wear and tear, huh? Nah, that shouldn't be a problem at all. Of all the things you could have brought us, where did you even find this? Thank you, Sam. We'll be hoping to see more of you in the future. The next step involves the Cupid, yeah? Okay then, let's do this.
New Strand. That's Glen Rain, all right. The tar cannon. Extinguish fires by dousing them with a jet of decontaminated tar, but can also knock humans unconscious and suppress smaller enemies. We got turrets.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The connection looks strong and steady to me. That cargo you brought along is going to make a world of difference, too. It'll allow us to proceed with our terraforming initiative. Hopefully, no more towns will have to suffer the fate of the one down below us. Oh, we've shared our tar cannon data with everyone, by the way. I suspect you'll find it useful in your own work. Try it out. See if it suits your needs. This region was once filled with lush vegetation, over which birds soared and serenaded, until all that beautiful life fell prey to sudden desertification. We swore to do everything in our power to bring back what was lost. Around the time we got started, the APAC people showed up. With their help, we've been able to achieve a modest measure of success. But moving forward, we have to find a way to nurture and protect what little we have on our own. Tar cannons are invaluable pieces of equipment that we use to combat forest fires. Now, while fires are a common occurrence in this region, water is a precious resource. So these cannons were developed as extinguishers that utilize the tar contained within the earth itself. They leverage the tar's viscosity, making them one of the most effective methods of combating fire we have. When deployed on the ground, they can both extract and discharge tar simultaneously. You can pick up the cannon and use it on the go as well, but you'll be unable to refill its tar reservoir while doing so. If you find yourself caught in a wildfire, you'll need to figure out when to shoot and when to move in order to make it out alive.
That's actually so cool if we're actually going to experience that form of extreme weather or natural disasters, because we've experienced sandstorms. We do have like rain, of course, at timefall, and rivers changing and flooding. You're going to get wildfires as well? God damn.
You probably passed the town I mentioned on your way up here. At a glance, it might have looked like nothing more than a cluster of massive boulders. But those were once buildings. Places where people used to live. As the desert kept creeping closer, the town was abandoned overnight. They'd been forced to evacuate. The few who were left behind became BTs. Still, at least the exodus went to plan. There are no void outs at any rate. Thanks for everything, Sam. You and Drawbridge have helped ensure that these lands will one day be filled with life again, however long it takes. In particular, that comrade of yours has performed absolute miracles for us. If you're looking to link up with them, you'll find them in the ravine on the other side of the river, directly opposite this shelter. Come back and visit anytime.
Okay,
Right.
so that's going to be
Time link up
Hartman.
with our comrade. Let's see. They should be around here somewhere.
Okay. The DHV Magellan is temporarily unable to travel, as I was going to use it to travel. But, of course... No worries there, mate. Should I just make the really long drive back? We'll do it soon. The plate gate order isn't going anywhere. So our comrade across the ravine. Over this way? 100%. It's got to be Hartman. It's time. I need that reunion. Fuck this, he says. Interesting use of music from the beginning of the game.
Nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. So I just pick talking to the sun.
That's not Hartman.
Said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. But there's one thing I know. The blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness themselves to greet me. Raindrops falling on my head.
Rainbow lorikeet. That's so cute. Australian birds, let's go. There's such a gorgeous bird too. They just hang out outside my house every now and then. So we have a timefall resistant lady who can also heal timefall.
Couldn't say. I certainly haven't ever seen her dance like that before.
It won't be long till
Interesting.
happiness steps up to greet me.
No Hartman, not yet.
Go on, Sam. Follow her into that facility.
So it stops raining conveniently. So she can heal the effects of timefall with her hands. So I'm assuming that's how Fragile's skin is fine. That was something that kind of came up during one of those initial reveal trailers where it was showing Fragile escaping. And people were kind of talking about, they're like, wait a minute, Fragile's skin. So it wasn't really a surprise in the game when we saw Fragile, because we'd kind of been exposed to that trailer. But I guess that's gonna be our explanation for how she was able to get healed. There's this character that can heal the effects of timefall with her touch, and is immune to the effects of it, and seems to love dancing in the rain, just singing in the rain. It's such a curious ability, and I am super curious to see or get an explanation as to what the hell it means. Wow. Like filtered water that you can be exposed to? Venus cryptobiote trap. Okay, very cute.
Thanks for coming, Sam. I'm sorry about just now. I didn't know who you were at first.
You're the picture of health, Rainey.
You too, little man.
You had some kind of a trick for dealing with timefall?
Rainey, it's been too long.
Fragile.
Can't wait to see you again.
What are we waiting for, Sam? Let's head to the DHV, Magellan.
Interesting. So similar to La Madre. Episode 4. Raindrops. Okay. So is she stuck with the pregnancy? Similar to Villa Madre?
Fragile. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet the old-fashioned way. Carograms are great, but nothing beats a hug. Well, I'm sure you already know. This is Rainey. She's a good friend of the cause.
It really is a pleasure to meet you, Sam.
Nice to meet you too.
Glad to see you in good health.
And it's so good to see you all again.
Nice. The DHV Magellan is able to travel once more. Perfect timing. Okay. You just know if Rainey was a man, that Kojima would have just named him Rain Man. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Rainey would have been called Rain Man. But because Rainey is a woman, it is Rainey.
Sam, Charlie here. You may now undertake your next assignment. You can find the relevant main order by accessing the delivery terminal in Rainbow Valley.
Very nice. Same with Fragile. It would have been Fragile Man. Fragile Man.
As usual, Drawbridge can't help but run its people ragged. I was glad to see Rainey in such high spirits. She's grown so bright and energetic, almost unrecognizable from our first meeting. A pity that her child shows no similar signs of development. Rainey used to be much more quiet and withdrawn. She seemed averse to spending time with people. Dolls, too. It was singing and dancing that got her to open up. I'm something of a performer myself, though I've never showed anyone.
Except me.
The Rainbow Valley greenhouses are the product of our researchers' hard work. And thanks to you and me, those invaluable structures will endure for a good while yet. I don't really have anything else to say right now.
Alright, there you go. I'm gonna read another book.
Certain parallels can be drawn between Captain Ahab's pursuit and the Prometheus myth. Prometheus is a deity said to have stolen fire from the heavens in order to give it to humans. In essence, he bestowed upon them the power of the gods themselves. This power manifested as technology. Humans crafted tools, and with them brought nature to heal and built great civilizations. Perhaps the author intended to frame Ahab's pursuit of the white whale as one akin to mankind's struggle against the forces of nature. We ourselves are arguably living out our own Prometheus myth as we fight to overcome the Death Stranding. No, we definitely are. And we're not about to lose.
I wonder how much dialogue we'll get out of reading those same two books. I'm excited. See how much we can get before Dolman says, I got nothing left. Will we now see Rainey on the ship?
That sure looked good, Sam.
I think it's the fact that Dolman can't eat and he can't shower, that he's commenting on these very generic, normal human activities that is just so common for us. And he's like, fuck, I missed that. I'm like, I hear you. I would hate not being able to, like, enjoy the taste of something anymore. It'd be tragic. Ooh, that's nice. That's better than the darkness and the rain. There you go. Okay. So, oh, we do have some stuff for West Fort Knott, don't we? And we'll get that silly little Magellan Magellan ranking. Alright, we're going to the plate gate. Because I need to grab the items from there. Something we should have done long ago, and then I totally forgot because the plate gate isn't in my usual rotation.
Well done, Sam. That's the last of the cargo. Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
Okay, simple enough destination to the Western Laboratory. We'll take the roads, and then we'll get back onto the Magellan and get where we need to go. Alright, now that we've got that out of the way,
Take care now.
we can properly deliver what we need over here. That's so we can pick up our next main order as well. I don't know, Rainy. I'm looking at all of these things here, all of these little silos, and they look a bit rusty. They look a bit affected by the timefall here. What if you just touched them and made them brand new again?
Sam, your next order requires you to recover an escaped kangaroo, the subject of an important experiment. Seems the bushland area it hopped off to is one where the chiral density is extremely high, meaning you'll need to get it back to the animal shelter ASAP to ensure its safety. This is a ticking clock situation, Sam. I'll brief you on the details while you review your map. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal when you're ready to get underway.
Rescue kangaroo mission. Let's go.
Now let's see about those orders. We didn't think we'd ever get this, but here you are, surprise gift in hand.
Now displaying your current order grid.
Incredible delivery right there.
Order completed. Well done.
Okay. Deliver the test subject kangaroo to the animal shelter. Do not submerge. We have 30-minute time limit to rescue the test subject kangaroo and deliver it to the animal shelter. Ah, so that is the animal shelter, not the North Environmental Facility. So the North Environmental Facility is probably even further ahead. I'll take it.
Hey Sam, Charlie here. Since this is your first order involving the capture and preservation of animals, allow me to provide additional information. The kangaroo you're looking for is somewhere in this area. Once you've arrived, use your Odra deck to begin searching for the creature. You can transport the kangaroo in your standard issue animal carrier. No need to fabricate anything unique. Get close enough to the kangaroo and deploy the carrier to capture it. It will be a bulky piece of cargo, but you should be able to carry it on your back like any other container. However, you will need to traverse some heavily wooded mountains as well as rivers and uneven terrain. Bear this in mind when considering what equipment to take with you. All right. Time to proceed with route planning and final preparations.
Okay. This is going to be crazy. We'll just make a road. That'll be good. All right, we'll get the kangaroo. Gumtree Terrace. Hillsides covered in lush greenery. Erosion caused by the river that used to flow through here has resulted in many sheer cliff faces. And there have been many reports of accidents in this area. The eucalyptus trees that grow here have also been known to cause bushfires. Oh my god. All right, we'll grab the tar cannon. There are eucalyptus trees confirmed, which means there are probably koalas, which is great. So we'll see how we go. But we've got some trees, and there is a point of interest. The bed of a river that used to flow through Scarlet Canyon. It is now completely dried up and doesn't run even during periods of timefall. The river basin shows no sign of bushfires. Is there a place in Australia called Scarlet Canyon? Nope. There's some places in America called Scarlet Canyon. Why didn't they just name it out? They look at a map and go, let's get an Australian place. All right, that's fine. Let's go get the kangaroo. Then we'll go here. Then we'll go here. Lovely. Now, in terms of fabrication, we have a carrier. Maybe we'll need a ladder. Who knows? I've got a PCC. We will take a tar cannon with us that can be planted or carried, and that will affect how much. Should I just carry two? Wait, have a backup one just in case. I don't know. Yeah, just in case. I don't think I'm going to need anything else. I think that's fine. All right. Unfold carrier and load the cargo. Give me a second. So, cargo management. Let's have this bad boy down. So I've got to put the kangaroo in a... I guess I'll do this for now. Do I want that self-driving support? We'll grab it. We'll see how it comes in handy later.
Thank you.
Okay, 30 minutes. Here we go. Go find that kangaroo.
What in the world?
What the fuck? You are crazy.
We have a situation, Sam.
Well, here comes bushfires.
A fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location. Clock's ticking. Secure the poor little bugger ASAP and bring the shelter onto the chiral network. Once the DHV Magellan can join you on site, we'll see what we can do about that fire.
That is fucking crazy. Sorry, impromptu meteor shower? Hello? Now, I was predicting a bushfire based on mentions of it and reading it, but Jesus Christ. Not via a meteor shower. Man, this is insane. Okay. Jesus. They were like, yeah, Australia, it gets bloody hot. Oh,
Look out,
okay.
Fire! We need to get away from here as quickly as possible.
They're fucking sea creatures. Oh my god. Holy shit. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to go get that package. I gotta find this kangaroo. And then we'll deploy tar cannons as necessary. Wow. This is an authentic Australian experience. Oh my god. You can ask my Discord, one of my Discord moderators, the Australian, who lives out in the middle of nowhere and has been exposed to such things. This is just every day when he goes to work. Ah, someone's been kind enough to leave their own tar cannon here. So, can I hop on this bad boy and give this a look? Oh my god, I see the kangaroo. Alright, tar cannon. It's so cool that it also like refills from the tar in the ground, but also, what the fuck? Because it's not a meteor shower, it's a whale shower. Insane. Alright, let's put out some of this. Let's put out some nearby the kangaroo.
Sam, it's impossible to put out a fire that's grown this massive. Escape is our only option. We need to find a way out and take it before it's too late.
Alright, well I tried. What did I get tar cannons for then?
Hey Sam, over there, I see the kangaroo.
It's a baby!
It's close enough to put it in an animal carrier for transport.
Oh my god, it's my baby. Alright, large containers on Sam's back. So, cargo management. This is going onto my carrier.
Alright, time to make our getaway.
Okay, I have a full carrier that way. Oh my god. And there's a point of interest, which is like the riverbed. I made 2 tar cannons, and for what?
Location on your map. We could get trapped here by the bushfire. Let's keep moving to ensure that doesn't happen.
Holy. Ow, hot, 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 hot. Alright, I'm using one of my tar cannons. Which is located somewhere around here. Where's my bloody tar cannon? Okay, let me set it up. There we go. I couldn't do it from the carrier. Alright. I'm being a firefighter. Firefighting simulator. You know what I'll do is I'll pop it on the ground right here and deploy it. I'll deploy it. There you go. Okay. Should have a straight shot to grab this. Oh my god, okay. Yep. It's a good thing I brought 2. Here you go. Oh, I can just grab my other one and bring it with me, can't I? Oh my... oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave that one there. You know what? I'll leave that one there, actually. I'll grab my other one. That's okay. And we'll probably just walk around with this one. Alright, very glad that I got to use this. I am the man who delivers. Come on. Let me deploy this bad boy. Reload. The fucking smoke that Sam would be inhaling right now is crazy. I'll be very curious to see the Magellan, like, actually be like an aerial firefighting combatant. I'm getting you out of here, kangaroo buddy. Oh.
Still not sure how we survived that.
Ooh.
Anyway, we have a Cupid to connect, right?
Nice. God damn. And I grabbed every container I could see along the way. We did it. Fought some fires. Incredible. Got a kangaroo on my back, casually. Whoa, that's smoke. Again, this is just every time I go to walk to the local supermarket, that's just a daily Australian experience.
Good evening, Sam.
With the kangaroo on my back too, because I have to ride it home with all the groceries. Let's go! We made it to the animal shelter with 20 minutes to spare. And look at this cargo, which I will deliver after the test subject kangaroo. Whoa.
You must be Sam. We've heard all about you from your friends at Drawbridge. Go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
You're not bloody Australian, mate. Who are you, Lauren? You got a couple of other members with you? Couple of animal lovers, eh? Oh, mate. There we go. What is that? Is that going to be a band? Is that a band that Kojima likes? Is it, hey, you guys want to be animal lovers? I don't know who they are. I don't recognize them. Decoy holo grenade. Cool. Ah. So she can summon the rain? She's gonna do a rain dance. I was wondering if the Magellan would just dump a lot of tar all over it. It would just pick up a bunch of tar and do like what the planes do, where they just dump it over. But no, she can create rain. She can make timefall happen.
Thank you, Sam. Don't worry about the fire. Rainey will put it out for us.
But it's not timefall.
Tell me though, who is she exactly?
It's been about 6 months now, since I first heard about the girl who brought the rain.
Oh no, it is timefall.
Whenever
no.
I stepped outside, the timefall came. There was nothing that I could do to make it stop. And they hated me for it. Including my parents, who told me to leave. I was the witch who brought the timefall. A monster to be locked up in a cage. A few even tried to burn me alive. The most dedicated witch hunters.
Bridget Foundation on the jacket.
So I struck out on my own. I was alone for so long. In desperation, I enrolled in a special UCA program, hoping to find purpose as a mother. Hi there. You're safe. But even after I got pregnant, I still couldn't find anyone willing to take me in.
I'm sorry.
No. We need to leave right now.
Please.
God, get out of here!
No one wanted anything to do with me. All they saw was a witch, to be hated and feared. Until that day. I'm so sorry.
Hey there. You're Rainey, aren't you?
Who's asking?
Someone who's been looking for you. For you and your power.
You want my power? Why?
You're a pharmacon. Medicine that can harm, poison that can heal. It's all in how you use it. Want to come work for me? I believe you can save the world.
You do?
There are things only you can accomplish.
Only me. Really?
Really. My name's Fragile. And I'm happy we could finally meet. I'm here for you. For both of you. I'll be your umbrella. And together we'll show the world the hope in your reign. Come on. We wouldn't want the baby to catch a cold. Come on.
Drawbridge is even more amazing than we'd heard. Thanks to everything you've done for us, the animals are unharmed and the facilities are holding up just fine. It's a wonderful relief. Anyway, I'll check your orders now. Kangaroo seems to be in fine spirits. You took good care of it, I can tell.
Absolutely. Okay, so Rainey seems to be surrounded by some sort of protective aura. You can see the way that the water around her reacts, and she's got like the colorful water going upwards. And sort of standing in that area of effect reverses the effects of time fall. So we saw Fragile get healed. Even like the car that she touched. But it does confirm that she does summon the time fall. We could see it around her, outside of her, that the plant life was growing and dying. But here, putting out the fire, it was not killing the trees. So I wonder if there's a varying degree of whether it's actual rain or whether it's timefall, depending on how she chooses to use it or control her power. And she's got some sort of, I don't know, charm with her as well that she can use in regards to the rain. Very, very curious. Beautiful music that was playing though too. But yeah, I really was expecting the Magellan to just like open up a thing at the bottom and just like like tar to put the fire out, because of the whole tar cannon thing, and it seemed like it would be a little more effective than rain, but it's powerful magical rain, and that's the key distinction. The Story of Rainy, which is a Woodkid song. Awesome. And Amakara Nijii.
I hope you'll continue to work with us.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
The kangaroo you rescued seems to be alright, thank goodness. Oh, she's so very special to us, and we're relieved to have her back in one piece. Once she's had a bit more time to recuperate, we'll move her to the reserve next door where you can visit anytime you like. By the way, we've uploaded our decoy hologrenade data to the network. You can trigger it remotely once thrown, creating a distraction that'll lure enemies away. It might just save your life if you run afoul of any troublemakers.
We got the potential Australian petting zoo. I hope so. These two blokes next to you, mate. They're fucking creepy. They're just staring at me. They aren't saying anything. They're scaring me.
Well, we first found her in an area with high concentrations of chiralium. How wild animals are affected by prolonged exposure is something we still don't understand completely. But it's thought this may be a key factor in how chiral creatures come into existence. So, you can see why our wee girl would be an invaluable research subject. It's where we look after the animals in our care. The vegetation around here didn't die out like elsewhere, and we still have a reliable water supply. After we screen each animal in our underground facilities, we release them into the reserve and monitor their health over time. When that kangaroo you rescued is strong enough, we'll move her up top where she'll be able to stretch her legs. That being said, changes in the environment can have a profound impact on many species, causing never-before-seen creatures to appear, throwing the ecosystem into chaos. Which is why we strive to preserve native animals here for future generations. Cheers, Sam. You really helped us out. At this rate, we're poised to lose so many native species that predate the Death Stranding. And once they're gone, there's no getting them back. Between the bushfires caused by chiral cinders and animals behaving strangely and getting hurt, it's been pretty bad. But I've heard that these environmental anomalies might be resolved once and for all when Australia is fully linked up. So I've got high expectations for you and your friends. Speaking of which, how would you feel about assisting us with our preservation efforts? It'd be a simple matter of capturing any wild animals you see out on their own and bringing them to us. Even a few would make a real difference. Give it some thought, eh?
Well done, Sam. Return to the DHV Magellan and report to the bridge. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Rainey and her talents.
Order completed.
Animal preservation, I'm in. Alright, let's drop off the rest.
Thanks for coming to visit us. Reviewing the order details. I still struggle to believe you've done so much for us. How do you do it? We have some data that we think you might like. Give it a look. We're upping the amount of materials you can take from our stores.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
This data we've shared with you is the schematic for a hologrenade you can use to conceal your presence. Just toss it somewhere you want to hide, then activate it to generate a hologram that'll fool just about anyone. You can shelter behind, or even inside this hologram if you like. Of course, it won't work if the enemy sees you while you're attempting to hide, but if you use these grenades wisely, you can remain undetected for ages. If you like the sound of that, enjoy.
Order completed. Well done.
Okay. And currently no orders to take on. But we'll pull up the corpus. Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative. Humanity stands on the brink of extinction. Population numbers are in sharp decline. Fewer children are born every year, and communities are more closed off than ever, putting even genetic diversity at risk. In the UCA, efforts have been made to promote human contact in cities, but physical in-person interaction remains difficult and dangerous. With A-Pass's automated deliveries, many people no longer experience contact, even with a porter. Human communities have become more closed off than ever, leading to genetic stagnation. The Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative has been designed to exchange sperm and eggs from different regions in an attempt to rectify this. We're living in that post-COVID world. We had the communications and people being disconnected and then reconnecting them. And then the struggles of actually being connected. People are still kind of closed off, even in communities. A doomed sufferer and drawbridge member who was recruited after her powers were recognized by Fragile. Rainey naturally triggers large timefall showers wherever she goes, but she has no control over this power and has come to hate it. Okay, so it's just naturally triggered. So when she goes outside, it's going to happen. And it is timefall, so I guess maybe I was expecting her to, like, put out all of the fire, but then the forest would die due to the timefall. But it didn't seem to. For much of her life, she was ostracized by those around her, including her parents, and persecuted for her differences. At a loss for anywhere to go, she joined the UCA's Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative, a desperate move to gain some semblance of control over her life. Fragile, however, saw Rainey in a different light. She noticed that the precipitation which falls in Rainey's immediate vicinity has the opposite effect to ordinary timefall. So it's only in the vicinity. It repairs damaged objects and restores aged bodies to a more youthful state. This rain became known as Corefall. Since joining Drawbridge, Rainey has been involved in the terraforming of regions that have been ravaged by timefall and other such phenomena. She is 7 months pregnant, but suffering from still baby syndrome. Kangaroo, whose unusual and unexplained behavior has marked it out for special monitoring. It briefly went on the run, but Sam was able to recover it and return it to the animal shelter. Because the kangaroo fled into a forest dense with chiral radiation, the staff of the animal shelter were concerned it may have suffered chiral contamination. After testing for contamination symptoms, they found the kangaroo wasn't sick at all, but carrying a joey in its pouch. A little baby. The joey seemed to have undergone some mutation, with its blood found to contain D amino acids. These are extremely rare. Almost all of the amino acids from which Earth's organisms are comprised are L amino acids. Okay. We have wild animals. So we can capture and protect them. But they're new species that appear to have adapted to the post-stranding environment, constantly being discovered, and the very definition of the word animal is changing. Bushfires. What the hell is a bushfire? Also, Glenn Rain acts as the de facto leader of Rainbow Valley. He believes that human extinction can be averted if we learn to adapt to and improve on the radically altered post-stranding environment. Environmental changes are nothing new. Climate shifts increase the frequency and intensity of bushfires and flash floods in the pre-stranding years, as well as the incidence of dangerous earthquakes. Unusual heat waves caused by climate change started the bushfires, and when forests burn, they release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, further accelerating the process of climate change. The warming climate also caused the melting of permafrost and glaciers, which caused sea levels to rise. In turn, the increased water pressure on the seabed pushed down on the Earth's mantle, causing it to flow towards volcanic regions. Earthquakes began to occur more frequently as a result. Furthermore, the melting of underground ice led to subsidence, increasing the incidence of dangerous tremors due to tectonic shifts. All these devastating phenomena are connected, as with climate change, the Death Stranding is likely to have occurred because of humans' excessive abuse of the natural world. Glenn Rain's attempts to improve the environment are informed by an acute sense of these cascading crises. They've tried to warn you for so long, and then Death Stranding, there it is. It's incredible how all of these things work together and how we've been able to, like, scientifically figure it all out. It's amazing. Okay. We now find ourselves ready to close out the episode at Rainbow Valley. So, the Rainbow Valley and this animal shelter, this future conservation effort, is something that's quite exciting. I see animals just chilling. There's a kangaroo over there and another one over there. Maybe that's the mutated baby Joey. Shall we go and take a look? There's an exclamation mark. Let me see. Let me see him. Oh, that's someone else's kangaroo.
The iconic kangaroo is a marsupial native to the Australian continent. Found all throughout Australia, this animal is capable of hopping at speeds in excess of 60 kilometers an hour. Vehicular accidents involving kangaroos have been recorded in the past. Please keep this in mind when driving.
We've got a petting zoo, guys. Can I pet my kangaroo? Add marker.
Hey man, thank you kindly. This one's for you.
I can add a little marker. Why can't I pet the kangaroo? 0 out of 10 game. Can't pet the kangaroo that I rescued. Okay, wonderful. That is where we're going to bring this episode of Death Stranding 2 to a close, and we will be continuing this one next time aboard the DHV Magellan for more main orders. We'll also see about some more animal preservation. I'm looking forward to that. This was a great episode, meeting a new character, not Hartman, not yet, but Rainey, and getting a little bit of a backstory there for Tarman and Rainey together. I'm looking forward to seeing how all of the relationships between our characters are going to keep developing, as well as picking up Hartman eventually, maybe soon. We shall see. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Death Stranding 2, and I will see you next time.